Anger is one of the most destructive emotions we experience. It clouds our judgment, fuels irrational decisions, and often leads to regret. The Stoics believe that anger is not a source of strength but a form of weakness, one that consumes us from within. Today's reflection, inspired by Seneca's teachings, explores the true nature of anger and why relying on it as motivation is ultimately self-defeating. There is no more stupefying thing than anger, nothing more bent on its own strength. If successful, none more arrogant. If foiled, none more insane, since it's not driven back by weariness even in defeat. When fortune removes its adversary, it turns its teeth on itself. Seneca, on Anger, 3.1.5. As the Stoics have said many times, getting angry almost never solves anything. Usually it makes things worse. We get upset, then the other person gets upset. Now everyone is upset, and the problem is no closer to getting solved. Many successful people will try to tell you that anger is a powerful fuel in their lives. The desire to prove them all wrong, or shove it in their faces, has made many a millionaire. The anger at being called fat or stupid has created fine physical specimens and brilliant minds. The anger at being rejected has motivated many to carve their own path. But that's short-sighted. Such stories ignore the pollution produced as a side effect, and the wear and tear it puts on the engine. It ignores what happens when that initial anger runs out, and how now more and more must be generated to keep the machine going, until eventually, the only source left is anger at oneself. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Martin Luther King Jr. warned his fellow civil rights leaders in 1967, even though they had every reason to respond to hate with hate. The same is true for anger. In fact, it's true for most extreme emotions. They are toxic fuel. There's plenty of it out in the world, no question, but never worth the costs that come along with it. Anger may feel like a source of power, but it is a fire that eventually burns out, often leaving destruction in its wake. The Stoics understood that true strength comes from control, reason, and discipline. Instead of letting anger drive us, we must cultivate patience, wisdom, and resilience. The goal is not to let external events dictate our emotions, but to maintain inner peace no matter what happens around us. If you found value in this reflection on Stoicism, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on philosophy, self-mastery, and personal growth. Let's learn to master our emotions and build a life of true strength and wisdom.